Hello everyone. What I wanted to do was take a minute and go over tuition reimbursement guidelines. So what I have tried to do is to kind of streamline how we do it, try to make more sense of it. I know every year is a little bit different, it seems, as far as when we can go to things and when we can't, and that part won't change because it just kind of depends. Well, it does depend on how much PD money we have. So this being my first year, I'm just understanding, getting a grasp of how much we have, where we know we're going to spend it and that kind of stuff. So but what I wanted to do was get together a document so you guys can see, okay, these are the steps. And I tried to make it easier on you guys so you're not trying to figure out who do I send it to next and that kind of thing. So there's still some adjustments that need made, but this gets us going. So I wanted to share. This is located in when you go to your PD folder for staff. Sorry. Of course the phone would ring, right? It's Florida. You go to your folder and right here it says PD and tuition reimbursement guidelines. So I stuck it right there. Here is the guidelines that we're going to look at. I stuck the form there, and then anything else as it goes I'll go ahead and add it there. So you have the handbook 15-16. They're in the process of updating for 16 and 17. But this stuff right now is going to stay the same. Hopefully for next year I can get in exactly what our process is. So we have that. It's always been you have up to $1,000 per person to spend on PD, and we really want you to use that, right? Classes, seminars, whatever it is, take advantage of that. So if we go down, so there's really two different kinds of PDs. In my head there is. So there's the seminars, conferences, ODE stuff that they put on type of PD. And then there's what I think of as tuition reimbursement, so college courses where you're getting, semester hours or quarter hours that transfer, whatever. So that's how I'm looking at the two different distinctions. So the seminars, conferences, mileage, if there was food, during that, if you were there all day, that is paid back via your OHVA expense report, which is how it's always been. So that you will submit to get reimbursed through the expense report. There's still steps though that you need to take. So eligibility meaning you can go and you can look in the handbook here, or down here at the bottom I just copied and pasted what was in there. So how long have you worked here? It's got to relate to your PDB, that kind of stuff. So obtain pre-approval by your administrator or head of school, by your principal, right? That's who's going to say, yeah, this will be a good one, go ahead and do it. What you need to do is submit the application. So this is where it's a little bit different. Before we only did this application for, really, at least most of the time when I did it, it was only for college courses. Now it's going to be for all your PD. So we have a way to track what you're doing, that kind of stuff. It helps on my end, and then it's just good practice. So all you'll do, right now it's the same form, which will be fine. It'll work good. So it's connected right there. So you just fill out this information just like you would before. Relate it to your goals, the purpose, how much it cost, all this stuff. And of course, it's going to, the end part submitting at the end is going to be a little bit different, but this whole part, it applies to both sides, right? You're going to submit a little bit different information if it's a college course versus a seminar, but it's the same thing. If you have questions, let me know, let your principal know. We'll help you through it. So then you sign it. The department head, your principal, will sign it, and what we'll add then later on is where I can sign it too, so I look and see, oh, okay, yep, this works, and then I can get it in the budget, that kind of stuff. So you have to fill that out. The guidelines are 2 weeks prior to the start of it. So you fill all that out, you submit everything needed to your principal. They then will sign it. They're going to forward it to me. I'm going to look through it. If I would sign it, whatever. Any questions that come up will get addressed. And then I will send it to HR, because there's 3 different people to send it to. I will send it to them. I'll send it back to your principal just so they have it that, yep, they're good to go. And I'll also CC you on it so the ball's rolling, you're good to go. Okay? Then, once you're done, for approval of getting reimbursed, so when you need to get reimbursed, I put within 2 weeks of completing your PD, your stuff, send to me, hey, here's my pre-application that you sent back. Here's a copy of that I have it completed. Here's your paid invoice, you know, whatever you need there. And then here is the survey that you're going to fill out. You're going to fill it out. It gives me all the information, so I have it right there in a nice Excel form that shows what you did, etc. So that's saying, here, I took it. This is what I've learned, you know, and now I can get reimbursed. Then you're going to submit, just like we've always done, to the expense report. That's actually how you're going to get your money back. So follow those guidelines. I think you only have 45 days, you know, but get that done all in one foul swoop. And then you'll get reimbursed that way. Then college tuition. Very similar, very similar. 14 days, you got that application. You got to include all that information. You're going to forward it to, or you're going to get it to your admin. The difference here, the admin, when they send it, they're going to send it to me and to the head of school, because here the head of school is going to approve these college courses. Same thing then, I will forward it to HR, CCU, admin, so everybody knows that it got sent in. And then afterwards, make sure that you go through the whole process again. You have to include all of this information, which is nothing new, complete the survey, and then after that's done, I will forward it all to Human Resources, CCU, because those reimbursements are included in payroll. Okay, so that's the big difference there. The other thing with the tuition, make sure that everything is received by June 15th so it can be reimbursed. So that's really important to remember. And with tuition reimbursements, you got to get between an A and a C to get fully reimbursed. So that's your completion certificate there, which is different from the other PD conferences and seminars. So, and then again, look through this. Let me know what questions you have. That's the new flow that hopefully will help out with who do I send it to, that kind of stuff. Sorry, keep coughing. So you get everything done, send it to your principal, and from there on, they pass it along, and then we take care of the other end of it. Okay, so at this point in the year, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start to get this process rolling. Anybody that has completed PD so far this year, which I'm going to ask to be included on your Monday updates, please fill out this completion survey. I've put it, excuse me, on our Friday PD schedule and just in different places because I need to track how much PD we've already completed this year. So any PD that you've done from the beginning of the school year, please fill that survey out for me so I just can document it. The only other thing I want to show you while I have you on here, if I can quit coughing. So when you go into the PD OHVA staff, what we're trying to do here is I have this folder, PD opportunities. Check here for seminars, online. Anybody can add to it. I've set this up so you guys can edit it. Again, here's your tuition reimbursement stuff. Here's a list of PD opportunities. So what I've been doing, as I get anything in the mail, if I hear of anything, I go and I add it right to here. So again, here's your completion. Did you complete anything that I don't know about? And then also notice here, so here's this conference, the OETC conference. I just got this, the ACT state, here's the conference. So I go in here and I add anything that I get. So if you're ever like, geez, where can I find stuff? Here's, excuse me, stuff that staff has already given me. Go in here and look through. And then if you want to add anything, if you have anything, you can edit this document. Please add to it. I tried to put conferences over here on the right, but then anything else, add, if it's just a website, put it here so then people can go and look. So that's the goal of this PD Opportunities site. Okay, I'm going to stop because I can't quit coughing. Any questions, let me know. Hopefully this helps out with PD, and we'll keep the ball rolling. Thanks, guys.